to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are in Lovella Bridal talking about the different types of blushers to consider to wear on wedding day. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you found me. I am of course a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, and wear many different hats here at Lovella Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Lovella Bridal, at Lovella Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit that follow button on TikTok at Lovella Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert as well. This week's topic was inspired by a subscriber. People have been asking, what are the different types of blushers that I could potentially wear for wedding day? So I have two other videos on blushers. I'm going to link them for you below. Super important because I teach you how to hold the bouquet with the blusher. I'm not going to get into that this week. Tune in to my past videos for that. They are linked for you below. So let's get right on into it. When it comes to a blusher, there are two different ways of wearing a blusher. One, we here at Lovella call it a butterfly. That's the butterfly blusher and veil. It's all connected in one. Not everybody refers to it as this, so if you go to a store and say, I want to try on a butterfly veil, they may or may not understand it. So the way that I would encourage you to ask for it is a blusher that is connected to the veil, which could be confusing, and I will explain that to you in a moment, but let's not waste any more time. I'm going to show you what we consider a butterfly veil. If you tuned into last week's video, it was all about matching veils to a particular dress. This dress and veil were featured in it. They are designed together. I specifically wanted to show you this veil that is designed together. This is what I mean by a butterfly. It is one piece of tulle, okay, and the comb has been placed at a certain distance that is the length of the blusher, okay? And for those who don't know, the blusher is the piece of the veil that covers your face. So this is what we consider a butterfly. I mentioned a moment ago that you can ask for a store to have the blusher connected to the veil. That could be interpreted as something else, which I will show you next. But this is what I identify as a butterfly. This is literally one long piece of tulle with the comb placed in a very strategic spot. A lot of people get confused which direction the comb goes. See how the comb curves in? You're doing it with the curve of your head, okay? Everyone's first instinct, it's so interesting. They all want to flip it and go the other way. Okay, so here is the comb placed, and of course somebody would spread out the back, but this is essentially what a butterfly is. This is all one piece, and it's really beautiful and super majestic. It feels like the tulle is just floating on your head as you walk down the aisle, and it's so magical. So here is a butterfly that is designed with this dress, and of course you could opt for a completely plain one, and that's what we're going to show you next, just for context. Here is a completely plain butterfly cathedral length veil. This is something that our brides also love and just leave the blusher in the back and they never bring it forward. They just leave it there. Another thing that you could have is you could request for a little bit of gather of the tulle at the comb. Both of the ones that I'm showing you are completely flat, so there's no volume. In the next veil I'm going to show you, it has the gather, so you will see. So this is what it would look like if it's back, and then if you were to bring this forward, it's super delicate and it just sort of blends. So if you wanted something that is very soft, romantic, allowing the dress to shine through and not wanting another extra element of design into it, this is another phenomenal, classic, timeless option to consider. So this is what we here at Lovella call a butterfly. Now I'm going to show you a plain veil that has gather where the blusher would be separate. So your two options for blushers is a piece that is separate like the one I'm about to show you, or a butterfly like this. Here we have the two separate components. So this is another way to have a blusher that it's completely separate, and you'll notice that both are gathered. Now you don't have to have this much gather, and you don't have to have it completely flat like the other one we had on. You could mix and kind of blend in between between the two however you feel. The one thing I was referring to, if you were to go into a store and say, I want the blusher and the veil attached to each other, they do sell veils of this blusher and a long veil attached on the same comb. So that could be another version of an attached blusher to a veil. So specifically, you have to be very specific of, you don't want it to be two separate pieces. You want the blusher and the veil to be connected, and you want it all one piece if you were going the route of the other two that you just saw. So for this one, the way that this would go on is the purpose of having them separate. Multiple different reasons. You'll notice the volume that this veil has, and also the way that it cascades down the sides here. So it has much more volume, a different look than the other two that I had on. The reason why we encourage you to do the blusher separately if you're going this route at Lovella is for a number of reasons. If you wanted to flip the blusher backwards and enter your reception with just the short piece, you have the opportunity to do that. So this is what it would look like if you had the blusher and the veil separate, still very much so cohesive. This blusher can be added to any veil. It doesn't matter what the design of the veil is, we can add the blusher separately. That is exactly why we do it separate, because we want to be able to mix and match. If you don't want to wear a blusher, you just have the veil. And then for those who want the blusher, we just do it on a separate comb. So now what would happen, let's say you get rid of the long veil for the reception. Okay, we're just gonna put it there for the time being. But now having the short, cute little blusher, you could enter your reception with this piece if you wanted, which is fun and playful, and some of our brides just love the idea of wearing a veil and they want to flip it back and wear it for the rest of the reception. So these are the two different types of blushers that you can consider to wear on wedding day. I hope this added a little bit more clarity for you. One last thing I want to leave you with for logistical reasons. I did mention that for how you hold the bouquet does matter, and it's in my previous video, but basically to prevent the blusher from collapsing in front of your face, you use your bouquet for it to lay on so that it stays out in front of your face and doesn't hit your lashes as you blink. And I do recommend that you have whoever is giving you away, you walk down the aisle with the blusher down, and then whoever gives you away flips it back so you do your entire ceremony with no blusher. This allows for beautiful photo opportunities so that this piece of tool is not blocking your face in photos and you just get to look at your fiance. The experience is so much nicer to do your entire ceremony without the tool in your face. So it's a powerful moment when you walk down the aisle and then flip it back, do your ceremony, and it looks beautiful flipped back. It just adds a little bit more volume. And like I mentioned, some of our brides never flip it forward for ceremony at all. If anything, they have it as a photo op, and a lot of photographers will take the blusher and put it over your fiance to have this really intimate moment in photography with both of you under the material, and then they'll also lift it and use it in ways to get dynamic photos. I hope that you found this video helpful. For more videos and tips like these, be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.